I am in a really good mood today. What is up, guys? It is Shipwreck Samantha here, and today I'm going to be giving you a tour of my brand new art studio. I am so excited. I had this, don't get me wrong, I love this art table, but I had this small table that I did for all of my artwork in my bedroom, and it wasn't big enough for what I want to do, and I needed more space, and so I've moved to a spare room in my house, and I'm so happy and so excited. It's perfect filming because it's away from everything else in the house. It's quiet. It's so perfect. The lighting's great. I'm just so excited to share it with you guys. Right now I'm obviously not really dressed up for this video. I'm in my regular clothes and my Swahili scarf to keep my hair out of my face. So I'm just going to be showing you around my studio. So let's get to it. So this used to be, kind of still is, our scrapbook room, my mom's scrapbook room, and she doesn't scrapbook anymore, so she let me kind of take over. So I spent all day cleaning this place out because it was so cluttered. That's a bit of a spoiler for a watercolor painting I haven't finished yet, but by the time this video is posted, you guys will probably have seen it anyways. So I'm gonna just sort of walk you around what I have here. Right here is what I was just filming with a second ago. My two big box lights with diffusers on them, and this is where I sit, and then my tripod right there. I just took the camera off the tripod for you. And this is my background for my videos. So right here I have some of my favorite artwork from things I've had in my room that I just didn't have wall space to put it anywhere. That is a print from Jasmine. I don't remember her last name, but she's from the Wonderground Gallery, and I absolutely love her work, and I love Alice in Wonderland, so I bought this print. This is a print from an artist that I did through an art trade, and her artwork is awesome, and that is also one of her drawings. That is an actual Copic drawing, though, of my character Nora. This is actually some wrapping from a book that was given to me as a graduation gift from my Sunday school teacher, who is just so sweet, and I'm just so blessed to have her in my life. And she gave me a book, and this is actually the wrapping that it came in. She drew this, and it's Proverbs 19:21. Many are the plans in the mind of a man, but it is the purpose of the Lord that will stand, and that's a really great verse. And down here is a puzzle that my sister put together, and she glued onto a board once she finished it and gave it to me because I love Peter Pan, and Thomas Kincaid is one of my favorite artists. His work is amazing. And then up here is a gigantic Harry Potter poster that one of my awesome friends gave me as a graduation gift, and I just thought it would be perfect to put down here as inspiration. I love posters. And this is just a recent Indian ink drawing I did, and that was just the first drawing I did out of Indian ink. And then over here is just my actual table workspace. So right here I have this swivel stool that's cushioned and really comfy with a trash can, and I have this table that I actually decided to stick right here because I can pull it out and have a little extra space to put like my cups of water, paints, things like that, just in case I need it. It's there, and I can slide it back under there. It's hard to do it with one hand. And then right here I have all of my paints. I have a lot of paint, which is funny because I don't do a lot of painting. There's this art kit, acrylic kit, that I just decided not to take apart. This top drawer has my palette, and then all of my smaller paints, which really, I got a lot of these cheap. I find sets of them and I get them for about like $1 each, and I think at Walmart you can get these for like $1 or 50 cents. And then this is my nicer acrylics, these basics and these larger tubes. I get a lot of white in these because I use a lot of white, obviously. And then down here is all of my watercolors. This is my watercolor palette, and just some of my cheap watercolors I have in there. So now my paint is organized in this drawer. Right next to my desk I have a cable going from that wall that plugs into my lights, but it also allows me to plug in my phone charger as well as my laptop charger, which is nice. I got space for my laptop right here if I'm watching Netflix or listening to Spotify. So I'm probably gonna keep that down here most of the time. And then over here I have a lot of piles of stuff. So I've got these, this is just my stack of watercolor paper. And again, it's funny I have all this because I don't do a lot of painting. But now that I have this new space, I'm planning on doing more painting. And this is just my stack of reference books. I have some drawing books right here. I have the Creature Sculpt book by Emily Coleman. Yeah, that's her name. Back when I used to do sculpting. She's an amazing sculptor. This is an awesome book. I definitely recommend it. If you are a sculptor, I say definitely get this book because it is just so helpful. I have the older version that has more information in it, but she has a newer version that's kind of prettier. It just doesn't have as much information in it. Here's another drawing book, and then this is my National Geographic Animal Encyclopedia, which is so helpful. I can scroll through it when I need ideas for animals to use, and it gives me the classifications. I love all of that nerdy stuff. So when I was younger, I studied this book for fun. Just reading about classifications of animals, habitats, things like that. I love that book. So there's all that. This is my stack of papers. So I have my toned paper as well as some colored paper. These are my two favorite sketchbooks, and this is just a bunch of pencils and stuff. Then over here is a few more things. This is my little posed dude who is apparently not standing up right now. I'll deal with that later. I don't actually use him for drawing reference because his posing is not accurate, but it makes the room look more artsy. Got my paint cups, I got some cheap pencils right there. I got my sandpaper, which comes in handy for a few different things I do. My sealer sprays, my varnish, pink soap. I love this stuff. This is great for brush cleaning. But I heard Mary Doodle say that shampoo works just as well. So there's that. But I use pink soap to clean my brushes, and it's awesome. I got my Indian ink right there. And I also have this. I have two of these that I found at Michael's for like $1 each, and it's just to keep the stuff that I'm currently using in it. I need to get rid of some of that I'm not using at the moment. And then there's this drawer right here, some Crayola crayons. So the top drawer is all of my brushes, just stuff everywhere, and I dropped a brush. No! So lots of brushes. And this next drawer is for drawing things, my pastels, my Prismacolors. This is also Prismacolors right here. Woo! That really awesome friend gave me. And she got me hooked on Prismacolors because she gave me that set. I have all of my erasers and sharpeners. I have a lot. And then some really old pencils and like charcoal I have yet to use. The next drawer is a little sparse. I didn't have as many canvases as I thought I did. But again, I don't paint that often. These are just some wooden bases that I got at Michael's that I intended to paint and still haven't gotten around to doing. Same with these tags and these ornaments and all of this junk. I was planning on painting on it, and I'll probably still do that in the future. Next drawer. Oh, that's just a bunch of junk. That's like shrink plastic as well as my cut paper art. This is the mat I use. Probably gonna break that out soon and do some more cut paper artwork. And the bottom drawer is just junk. And then right here, this is my spare bird cage for Rose, and obviously it doesn't have anything in it. I just thought I would keep it down here because Rose likes to keep me company while I work, and so I had the option to bring her down here. She won't actually be in the cage while I'm working. She'll be on the table or on my shoulder or in my lap, crawling around and playing. This is just because she's potty trained and she only knows how to like go to the bathroom on command when she's in a cage. So a big step up from my original filming area. Now I have a full studio as well as an art studio, and I am so pumped. I'm so excited. I'm gonna get to painting. And another great perk about having a completely separate room for my videos is or for my artwork is I can finally get back into acrylics. The thing is with acrylics, while the paint's still wet, it's not safe to use around my conure rose because even though it doesn't affect me, the fumes could affect her and hurt her, and I don't want to do that. And so I would have to move her gigantic cage into another room, and it was such a pain that I kind of got out of it doing acrylics for a while. But now that I have an entirely separate room I can do it in away from her in an enclosed area, it'll make it a lot easier for me to be able to do more paintings. And that's also another exciting thing because everything I do kind of has to be revolved around Rose and her safety concerning my artwork. That's why I don't paint in oils, because that could hurt her as well as oil, pastels, turpentine. There's a lot of things I have to avoid. So that's another great perk. Thank you guys so much for watching me run around and rant about my new studio because I'm so pumped about it, like I've already said. If you're new around here, I post new art videos every single week, and now you'll have an even better setup to be looking forward to. And that is pretty much all I have for today, so if you aren't already and you'd like to be sure to join my pirate crew by hitting subscribe down below, because here on my channel I share what I know and I learn as I go. And I will see you guys next Friday.